Hi friends, it's Claire from ScrappyNerdUK and I am up today for UK Scrap Addicts and I'm kicking off this month's new theme, which is mixed media. It's one of those themes that for me, I've got all the things to do mixed media with. I've got all the texture paste, I've got all the inks, I've got all the paints, but I just don't like getting messy. So I thought I would do a mixed media layout that would coincide with my Snappy scrapping series as well. And this layout took 19 minutes, which is super quick, and I love the effect. Now, this is a Distress Oxide ink in Warm Lipstick, and all I'm doing is just smushing the ink from the outside edge of the page inwards. I've done this technique a few times with a rainbow effect, and that's quite cool as well. And I thought I would change it up a little bit, just use a single colour of ink on this one, and that bigger section at the bottom is going to house my photos. So there's a few things on this layout that I don't tend to do, and that's mixed media. The second thing I don't tend to do a lot of is using multiple photos, so tackling that battle as well. Now I've changed my photographs to black and white. It really helps with stabilizing the colors on the page, because in the photos there was oranges, there were blacks, there were blues, and I just thought, well, if I change them to black and white, it's really going to help with managing the number of colors that are actually on this layout and help to blend the photographs in and make them look like they fit. So I'm just matting my photographs onto some white card, and that's going to give me a white border around each of them, and that helps the photos to pop off of that pink strip where they're going to sit on the bottom edge. I can see on here that I'd actually printed or cut one of the photographs slightly bigger than the other ones, but once they're all down you don't actually notice. And if you're watching this on the UK Scrap Addicts channel, then welcome to this month's new theme. I hope you embrace it like the rest of the team are doing this month. Don't forget there is a blog post as well with all of the details of this layout. And if you don't already follow us over on Instagram or on our Facebook group, then do be sure to go and head over to those also. There's plenty of inspiration coming this month from the team members. So I'm going to have my photographs overlapping each other slightly wonky, and then I'm going to use some foam tape behind some of them to pop them up, and others I'm going to stick flat, and that's going to help give me some dimension on the layout as well, because it's all very flat. Especially when you've just used ink, it's a very flat layer. So I'm just going to use, I think this is the foam tape, and this is a really thin foam tape, and this is great where you don't want to have too much bulk in your albums, which is something like I always am very concerned about. And yeah, just peeling that off now. If you are watching this on my ScrappyNerdUK channel, then hi. This is the next video in the Snappy Scrappy series, and I hope you embrace this and give it a go. If you are watching on my channel, then please would you go over to UK Scrap Addicts. I'll leave a link in the comments section down below. And be sure to subscribe over there as well. We've got a lovely bunch of ladies that from the UK that scrap every month to the same theme. And yeah, just finishing off this bit here now. I'm not too sure why I didn't cut this bit out. But all I wanted to do on the Snappy Scrappy is to not cut out too much of the process, and I didn't cut out any process in this. So you see this from start to finish. All I've done is just sped it up to twice the speed. So this is the other thing that I don't tend to do, and that's mix collections. So I have thickers here from Amy Tan. These are from Hustle and Heart, I think. And I wanted this title that says Major Heart Eyes. and it's a little bit off-white, but I don't worry myself too much about that. I wasn't going to go with this because of how off-white it is, but I thought it's the title that I want to use. It will fit perfectly in that section up there that I've left the ink down for to add my title. And yeah, so I'm going to make it work. So yeah, this title is Major Heart Eyes, and these photographs are of my sister, and I got my trusty Snapchat filter out and just snapped away some photographs of her. She's disabled, so she doesn't get to do any of this, and she doesn't quite understand, or she doesn't understand what I'm doing, but it's quite fun being able to use the filter for photographs for her as well. I was a bit wonky. There we are. So my title is now down, and I like the fact that it's 2 different fonts as well. And I'm going to add in some of these foam hearts as well. So I'm just going to move some of that down to the bottom, the foam element down the bottom, to give some extra texture down there as well. So yeah, I've mixed quite a few collections here. So I've obviously just used, I've used no pattern paper on this. All I've used is the ink and the white cardstock. These are from, I want to say La La Love, I think. So I'm just using this little sentiment here. And then I need another pop of red because it's going to be the only red on the layout. So I've got a little heart that's going to be going up the top as well, a little red heart. They're a bit of a mare to peel off the backing. I'm not too sure why, but I mess around with trying to get that off. And then I also used some 3D embellishments from Flourish as well, which is, yeah, crazy for me because I don't, like I said, I don't normally mix collections. I normally stick to a collection, but where I've ended up with random packs of things, I decided to pull them all together and make a layout with them. So there's the red heart, and I also added in some of the silver hearts as well, because there's a silver border around that piece that says "You are so sweet." So these are the 3D embellishments from Flourish, and these are the butterflies. So I'll pop these on, and again, it helps with the dimension because the wings are sticking up. But then I noticed that there was obviously that pop of yellow. Apologies if you can hear someone cutting their grass. There's a pop of yellow on the butterfly, so I needed to bring in some yellow to this as well. So it's a bit of a odd colour tones because we've got the pink, the red and the yellow. That's not 3 colours that I generally go with, but I think it really works and comes together really well. So here is another collection, or another element from a different collection. These are Pink Fresh Studio puffy stars, and I love these, and yellow's not my colour, so this was a perfect opportunity to be able to get some of those used up on here as well, just moving that yellow down into the bottom section of the page. And I think that's it, apart from I decide that it's not got enough mixed media on, so I can't get away with just doing the ink smush across the page. I'm going to add in some ink splatters as well, and this one is black, and it's a Heidi Swap Colour Shine, and giving it a good old shake. You need to get that pigment moving. And I've covered up my title because I don't want all of that going over my my foam, because it will just sink in and stain it. And then I'm going to add some splatters in a diagonal fashion, so it's going to make its way from that top left down to the bottom right corner, and I'm going to cover my photos as well because I don't want to get ink over those. And then if you're never happy with the splatters, you can always just use the end of the Spritzing bottle to add in some extra ones like this. So just add the ink to the end and pop it on your paper, swirl it around if you want a bit of a bigger blot. And this is done. So thank you very much for joining me today. I hope this has brought you some inspiration. Please give it a go, and if you do and upload it onto Instagram, then be sure to tag UK Scrap Addicts and myself over there as well. If you've liked the video, then please give it a thumbs up. If you're new and haven't done so, then we'd love you to subscribe, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye!